Now let's rearrange our electronic components and connect them with the help of wires. The first thing is, this is 7805 regulator. I want to connect its input pin number 1 with the jack input pin number 1. So in order to do that, we have a tool on the right side which is add wire tool. I simply click on this and my cursor shape changes, which means now I can add wire into my circuit. To add wire, simply move over this circle which is with the pin number 1 and click on the circle, and you can now click on the circle of the other pin with which you want to make connection. Now you see that the circle on both the pins vanishes, which means a proper connection has been made between both these components, the 7805 and the barrel jack. Now I connect other components with the net. This capacitor should be connected at the input of a 7805 regulator. Simply I click on that circle and click on the wire, and a connection is made. This dot means that it's a junction. Junction means multiple wires are connecting here. Similarly, you can as seeing that I am zooming in and zooming out, I am using my mouse scroll button to zoom in and zoom out. The other option to zoom in and zoom out is click on the plus sign, it will zoom in, on the minus it will zoom out, and here is that zoom to fit, which means our schematic sheet will fit to our window. So let's connect the remaining components. As you see, there is a wire shape with my cursor, which means that my add wire tool is still selected. If I press escape, I will deselect my tool. Again I want to connect wire. The other thing is, simply hover onto this circle and its shape changes to wire. Now I click on it and I have selected wire tool and started to draw wire. I am going to connect with this capacitor. So a wire is connected between the capacitor C103 and pin number 3. Now I want to connect this LED, as this LED is in a horizontal position. I want to move in a vertical position so that I can connect this in the schematic in a very beautiful way. Right click on it and you can hit rotate counterclockwise, or you can rotate it. First of all, select this component and hit R. Each time I press R, it is rotating. So I want in this direction and leave it here. Let's move it a little bit down and connect it with the resistor. Click on the resistor, hold the left key of the mouse and drag it at the place where you want to place this symbol. Now we want to connect this resistor and LED with our 7805 circuit. So click on this add wire, click on this circle and click on this wire. A junction is made and our resistor is connected at the output of 7805 regulator. Then let's connect the remaining connections. Resistor connected now with the LED. Now we want to connect the output of this regulator to the connector. Simply let's drag this connector a little close. I unfortunately double clicked it. Click and hold with the left key and drag this component near to our schematic. Now I want to feed 5 volt at 1 and 2 pin of this connector. Let's short circuit the pin number 1 and pin number 2, and connect this pin 1 and 2 with the output of regulator. Now a connection is made between the connector 1 and 2 pin and the 7805 output regulator. Now the other thing is that there I should have a ground at capacitor pins, LED pins, and this regulator and this connector. So let's add ground. In order to add ground, go to this add power symbol, click on it, and you can also search G and E, which means ground. This is under the power section. You can see the ground. Simply double click on it and place over here where you want to connect the ground. I want another ground. Again click on the sheet, double click on the ground, you will get another ground symbol. The other thing is you can also make a copy of this, highlight it, Control C and Control V, you get a copy of this, again Control V, another copy, Control V, another copy. I also want to connect pin number 2 with the ground, Control V, make a copy of this. Now we are going to connect ground in our circuit. Simply you can connect, hover onto the pin, click and connect it with the ground. So jack pin number 2 is connected with the ground. Let's connect this capacitor pin with the ground, this regulator pin 2 with the ground, this connector pin with the ground, and this LED with the ground. Similarly, I want to use pin number 4 and pin number 3 together, and both pins should be connected to ground. This is my circuit requirement. So you can see our 7805 section of this circuit is almost complete. In the similar fashion, we will be connecting our 3.3 volt circuit. You see, I have used multiple grounds, but in fact they are the same net. Let me explain it. If I remove this ground and connect this with this, both the things, either using a separate ground or using a same ground, it works the same. The ground is at same potential level. Just in order to make the schematic readable and beautiful, I have added separate grounds for each component. Using separate ground looks a little beautiful when you are reading some schematic. So now we will be rearranging our 3.3 volt circuit and connecting them with the help of wires.